Welcome back, everybody, here to Scott High School. Chris Kidd with you as we are here for our second playoff game of the day. This one between the Danville C team and the Sherman C team. Again, the Danville C team is the number one team in this 8-team tournament. Sherman is the 8 seed. So this is a heavily favored matchup for this Sherman squad, or for this Danville squad, I should say, as Danville will get the ball first from their own 40-yard line. Again, no kickoffs here in C-team action, and no punts either, as they'll flip it back on first down. Trying to find some space, and out across the 45, the 50, and open space is Smith, and he'll be brought down after a nice pickup of about 14 yards. So Henry Smith picks up good yardage on first down to get this game started for the Hawks. This Danville C team has had a lot of big wins throughout the year. Not a whole lot of times they've been contested. They've got a lot of playmakers in this unit as well, as Riker Belcher in at quarterback. And now we're going to get a false start here against Danville. We saw false starts plague the Danville B team earlier today in their 14-6 win over Lincoln County. They had 6 false starts in that game, and now the Danville C team picks one up quickly. So they'll make it 1st and 15 at their own 49-yard line as they'll flip it back. As Briar Stowers trying to get to the outside, and does. Stowers the 45, the 40, down to the 35, breaks out of a tackle there, down to the 25, 20, 15, and he is gone. Touchdown, Danville. And they strike just a minute 11 into the contest to take a 6-0 lead. 51 yards for Stowers off the left end. You saw Smith nearly broke one on the first play of the game, and on the second play, they do hit pay dirt. And already the number one team in the C-team division takes a lead. Now we'll go for 2 to try and tack on to it. As Levi Halley had been the primary quarterback throughout the season. But today it's Riker Belcher. As he'll snap it back, rushing near side, trying to get to the corner, but not quite going to get there as Belcher as he stops short. And it'll be a 6-0 lead for Danville when we come back, as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football action here on Video Productions. Sherman now will get their first possession of the game after the 51-yard touchdown run by Briar Stowers a moment ago for Danville. And you see the coaches on the field here in C-team play, trying to aid the players. Again, this is the youngest division out of all of them. Again, the 6- and 7-year-olds primarily on both sides. So again, just to be safe and just to make sure everyone learns how to align correctly. As on first down, they run it, and nothing there on the play, as that'll be a loss of about 2 on the carry. Bring up second down and 12 here for the Tide. And you see one coach in the huddle, one at the offensive line for Sherman, just trying to make sure everyone understands where they're aligned at and where they're supposed to be. So snap it back, handoff goes to the right side, and once again, Danville able to stack it up. That'll be a loss of 1 on the carry. Bring up third down at about 13 here for the Tide. And now they're going to say he did get back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be 3rd and 12. And this Danville front on defense has been strong throughout the season. So much like Lincoln County in the B team game, going to be tough sledding up front. Trying to find any running room in this contest for Sherman. Now it'll be 3rd down and 12 here. And so snap it back, hand off up the middle, and nothing there again for the Tide. And it'll be 4th down and 12 now for Sherman. And looks like a player down here for Sherman. So they're going to get a substitute on the field here. And we saw several players from Lincoln County go down in the B team game. Thankfully, we're able to get up under their own power. And thankfully, Sherman player able to get up, and he's walking off under his own power as well. Hey. Now we're down about 4:34 to go here in the first quarter. And again, there's no punts in the C-team division either, so if you elect to give the ball back to your opponent, then you're giving up 25 yards of field position. So that's just the automatic rule. It's just you give up 25 yards from where the ball was spotted, and that counts as the punt. So we'll see what Sherman elects to do here. And they will elect to punt. So that'll give the ball back to Danville on their side of the 50 here. And they were able to score on just 2 offensive plays a moment ago. They'll start out 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line here with 4:03 to go in the first quarter as we hit the midway point. Now Belcher will bring everybody to the line of scrimmage. He's got 3 backs behind him here on first down. He'll hand it off, rushing off the right side. Nice little hole and still on his feet. Breaking it to the outside now is Henry Smith, and Smith inside the 30. He's in a foot race now inside the 10, and he's gone for a touchdown. And then a flag at the end of it. And I think they're going to maybe get him for excessive celebration there on the flip into the end zone. But again, a great run here. Smith able to get to the outside, nearly broke one on the first play of the game for a touchdown. This time he does break it. And then right here at the end, a little bit of showtime as he tumbles into the end zone. And they're going to flag him for unsportsmanlike on that 2-point or on that touchdown. As Danville will go for 2 now. They were unsuccessful on their first try a moment ago. So the 15 yards will be enforced on Sherman's next possession. So they'll start out on Danville's side of the 50. At the Danville 45 on their next possession. As the Hawks come to the line of scrimmage here, Belcher will be under center again. He'll keep it off the right side, trying to get outside. Still looking to follow his blockers here. Now cuts it back up, and he's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good this time. And it's a 14-0 Danville lead. We'll be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football action here on Video Productions. .307 to go here in the first quarter as Danville has opened up a 14-0 lead over the Sherman Tide in this C-team quarterfinal matchup. Again, a touchdown run from Henry Smith. Earlier touchdown run by Briar Stowers. And Riker Belcher tacked on the 2-point conversion a moment ago as Sherman looking for a positive play here for the first time as they'll hand it off over along the right side, trying to get outside, and there's a big hit laid on back of the 49-yard line to drop this for a loss of 3, maybe 4 on the carry. As we said, they tacked on the unsportsmanlike penalty against Danville. So Sherman on Danville's side of the 50 here, but it's now 2nd and 13 for the Tide. Now Sherman lines themselves ready to go here on 2nd and 13. They'll snap it back, and this play collapses immediately as it looked like a little bit of miscommunication there for the Tide, and Danville able to break into the backfield for a sack. And they'll spot the ball at midfield, so a loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 15 here for Sherman as we approach 1 minute to go in the first quarter. And the coach walking the quarterback up the line of scrimmage, again just trying to make sure they clear up any miscommunication they had on the last play. As it'll be a quarterback keeper coming near side, but once again, there's Danville there waiting on it. And it'll be swallowed up for another loss on the play. back to the 47-yard line. Looked to be Esprint along with Belcher in for the stop that time. And Sherman will likely punt it away here to give the ball back over to Danville as the first quarter comes to an end. We'll be back after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. Back here for the start of quarter number 2 from Scott High School. Chris Kidd with you as Danville takes over after Sherman elected to punt it away on their last possession. As they have gone down and scored 2 touchdowns on 3 plays so far in this game, as they'll keep it off the left side this time with Smith, who scored a moment ago, trying to get to the outside, gets out of a tackle as a flag comes flying in. So this play possibly be coming back as Smith steps out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, but you see 2 flags laying all the way back at about the 27-yard line. And you get a hold here against Danville. So that'll wipe out the big run by Smith. Push them back to the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 18 here. For Danville. They'll take the snap from shotgun this time. Coming near side with it is Belcher. He's got a lane out across the 30, but once again a flag comes flying in. So this play could possibly be coming back, as this is going to be a long touchdown run for Belcher. But let's check on the flag, and you've also got a Sherman player down back at about the 33-yard line. And this will be a hold against Danville. So that'll wipe out the long touchdown run. And Sherman coach just walked over and just grabbed the player by his arms, said, "You're good." Just pulled him up. You know, I was worried about the young kid for a second there. He wasn't moving or anything, but coach just grabbed him and said, "You're all right," and thankfully he is. And now everybody will take the long walk back to the new line of scrimmage. Let's see where they spot this at. And this is going to back Danville up to the 10-yard line. It's Back-to-back holding penalties. It'll be first down and 27 now for Danville. Belcher will take the snap. He'll roll with it near side. And coming out across the 15, close to the 18-yard line. Actually, that was Stowers who took the snap. I'd say Belcher was a little winded after his long run got called back a moment ago. So they're out to the 18-yard line for a gain of 8. So it'll be second down. It'll be second and 19 here for Danville as that snap low, now picked up. As Belcher takes it to the outside, and he's going to get hammered at about the 26-yard line. He'll pick up about 7 more yards, brings it third down and 12. There's the 2 holding penalties. Backing Danville up on this possession, wiping out a touchdown as well. We're approaching the midway point of the second quarter. Again, we've still got one more game coming your way today. Again, the Chapmanville A team will take on the Danville A team in the first round of that 8-team playoff. As this snap gets away, loose back at the 18-yard line, picked up there. Now going to be a tough way to get back to the line of scrimmage from here. Sherman giving pursuit and going to make the tackle back at about the 22-yard line. As the ball got away from Zayden Green that time. Now Danville, after a couple holding penalties and a bad snap, and a touchdown wiped off the board, they'll likely punt it away here. It's fourth down, about 16 here. Then again, they may elect to go for it again. They've had big play after big play in this game thus far. It looks like they will elect to go for it here. And it's showing a lot of trust and belief in your offense as they'll pitch it back. Smith takes it towards the left side, trying to turn the corner at the 30, but he's going to get brought down shy of the first down at about the 32-yard line, and that'll give it back over to Sherman with 2:43 to go here in the first half. So spotted officially at the 31-yard line as Sherman still looking for their first positive offensive play of the game. Again, they've run for no gain a couple of times, but they've not been able to find positive yardage yet in this contest. And we saw a lot of that in the first game between Danville's B team and Lincoln County's B team. Lincoln County finally was able to get a first down on their last offensive possession and ended up scoring on that drive. But Danville's defense in both the B and C team division, they've shown up big time thus far here today. Now Sherman ready to go here with a minute 33 and counting in the first half. They'll roll out far side with it, trying to turn outside. Now it cuts back in. There's a positive play for Sherman for the first time today as they'll get it down close to the 28-yard line for a pickup of 3. Clock continues to wind here as we get down close to 1 minute to go in the first half. I'd say after this play, you'll see Sherman start to maybe use their timeouts here. See if they can maybe find a way into the end zone before we reach halftime. And now they will burn one with 41.6 seconds to go in the half. So we'll be back right after this as you're watching Danville Hawk Youth Football action here on Video Productions. Now out of the timeout, Sherman trying to get aligned here on 2nd down and 7. This clock rolling here with 30 seconds to go. They snap it quickly here, trying to get upfield, and that'll get down to about the 26-yard line for a gain of 2. This clock continues to run here, down to 15 seconds and rolling. And Sherman looks to be content to take it into halftime here. And that will do it for the first 16 minutes of action as Danville, 2 touchdown runs, one by Stowers, one by Smith, take a 14-0 lead into intermission. We'll be back for the start of the third quarter after this as you are watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. We are back to action here in Danville, West Virginia, as the Danville Hawks C team leads the Sherman C team 14-0 here in the first round of the C team playoffs. Chris Kidd here with you this afternoon. Again, we still have one more game to go today, as the Danville A team will take on the Chapmanville A team in our last playoff game. Here's low snap, and boy, taking a big hit back at about the 35-yard line, paying for that. As Danville broke through cleanly. And it'll be second down and long now for Sherman. It's going to be a loss of 5 officially on the play, 2nd and 15. Now we'll snap it back. A little bit of confusion on the handoff, and Danville able to stuff it one more time, as that'll be back to about the 33-yard line. So loss of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd down and 17 here for the Tide, as 2 minutes gone now here in the third quarter. Sherman yet to pick up a first down here in this contest. So line up under center here this time, trying to break it outside, but instead it'll go backwards once more to the 31-yard line. So it would be 4th and 19 here for Sherman. It's all 3 plays going backward, and Sherman player sitting down, and coach just picks him up again, says, "You're good." And it looks like Sherman's just going to elect to kick it away here and give up the 25 yards. So it'll be Danville ball about the 41-yard line. Actually, the 44-yard line. You can tell my math is impeccable. As we said, there are no punts in C-team play. If they just elect to kick it away, then it's just 25-yard giveaway in field position. Approach the midway point of the third quarter. As Belcher will take the snap, rolls with it off the right side, turns it upfield, and runs over a man getting to midfield. Nice run by Belcher, as he'll pick up 6 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 4 here. Snap it back, coming near side with it is Stowers. Now he cuts back outside, stiff arms a man at midfield, down to the 45, stiff arms another man down to about the 43-yard line. Tough running there for Stowers. He'll pick up close to 7 yards on the play. A couple stiff arms that would make Derrick Henry proud. That'll be 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line of Sherman. Stowers keeps it off the right side, turns up field, a nice open field tackle made that time at about the 41-yard line after a pickup of 3. Closing on 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Danville has been in control the entire way. Scored 2 touchdowns on just 3 plays to start the game. It's coming off left side with it. Now into the open field inside the 35 down to the 30. It's a nice run that time by Belcher. And once again, another Sherman player down on the turf. As he's able to get up, and this time the ref picking him up. Now 1st and 10. They'll hand it off up the middle down to the 25. Still pushing forward. Still on his feet and breaking outside. Inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown Danville as Henry Smith scores his 2nd touchdown of the game with 1:02 to go here in the third quarter. Again, disappeared into the line at first and then was able to bust it outside. Smith builds the Hawks' lead now to 3 touchdowns with 62 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now they'll go for 2. Again, Danville 1 of 2 today on 2-point conversions. As Belcher has kept the ball both times on those attempts. Snap it back. Trying to rush outside with it. They gave a big man the carry that time, Creed Brown, but he's unable to get in, and it is a 20-0 lead for the Danville Hawks. We'll be back in just a moment as you're listening to and watching Danville Hawk Youth Football here on Video Productions. Sherman comes to the line of scrimmage here with under 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. He'll run it near side, trying to get outside, but once again, big hit late on for another loss on the play. He's laying the big hit that time was Anderson Roberts on the outside corner. Back to the 36-yard line. There'll be a loss of 4 on the play. And that will likely do it here for the third quarter. As Danville tacks on another touchdown, they lead at 20-0 as we head to the final 8 minutes. We'll be back after this as you are watching Danville Hawk Youth Football right here on Video Productions. it off the left side here, trying to get outside, but once again, nothing there. Again, this Danville defense has just been outstanding all day long here in this C-team clash. The #1 team in the C-team division, well on their way to the semifinals here in the next 7 minutes. As they've delivered a statement today in this C-team field. And Danville's B team advancing to the semifinals already today as well. As they came away with a 14-6 win over Lincoln County in that 2-7 matchup. And then we still got one more game coming your way at approximately 4:30 today between the Chapmanville A team and the Danville A team. So stay with us for one more Youth League playoff game here today on Video Productions. So it'll be 3rd down and 19 here for Sherman. They'll hand it off up the middle, trying to break free, fighting forward for a couple of yards. Up to the 34-yard line, where it'll be 4th down. See if Sherman just elects to go for it here. I should going to say it's 3rd down and 16 here for Sherman. As trying to get to the outside, fighting forward out across the 35, close to the 37-yard line. That'll make it 4th down and 13 here. As we approach 5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Looks as if Sherman will like to go for it here as they draw up a play in the backfield. Again, Sherman literally drawing it up in the dirt more or less, as you did growing up with the coaches in the backfield. Again, trying to explain all the little details to his club. And Sherman still searching for their first down of the game. They'll hand it off, trying to break up ahead, and positive yardage of about 3 to the 40-yard line. But that'll be a turnover on downs, and then they'll give it back over to Danville. With 4:07 to go here in the 4th quarter. Wind the clock here as we hit the midway point of the 4th quarter. Again, starting to see some of the Chapmanville fans filtering in along the far side. Getting ready for that A-team matchup between them and Danville. That'll go down in the backfield for a little bit of a loss. Just trying to get out there with Smith. Couldn't quite find an opening. So 2nd down 11 here for the Hawks. They'll run it off the left side. A little bit of an opening now inside the 35, breaking it to the outside is Smith, and he'll get down inside the 30-yard line and have enough for a 1st down at the 29. Again, Henry Smith has had a heck of a day here. 2 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Danville may be trying to look and see if they can tack on one more here. So on first down, they'll give it off. Left side, nice gainer inside the 20. Down inside the 15, cut back at the 10 and brought down there. It's number 42, Cole Lovejoy. So we hit 2 minutes to go. Lovejoy will give Danville 1st and goal to go here at the 9-yard line. Now we get a whistle. Not sure what the stoppage was for, but now everybody gets realigned. So it'll be a quarterback keeper coming left side, and Belcher's going to get dropped after about a pickup of 1 or 2 on the play. So we fall under a minute to go here in the 4th quarter. And Danville will move on to the semifinals next week as we await the results from some of the other games going on as well this weekend. The clock now stops with 41 seconds to go as Sherman wanting to get in a couple of subs here. Keep it off the right side, and barreling into the end zone for the 2nd time today is Briar Stowers. And that'll make it a 26-0 lead for the Danville Hawks as Sherman player down after the touchdown run. Trying to help him to his feet. Thankfully appears to be okay. And poor number 9 for Sherman. He's had a tough day today. It's about the 4th time I think he's been down with an injury. But thankfully he's been able to get back up and keep going. As they'll wind the clock, and that'll do it here today as Danville won't go for 2, and they'll just let the clock wind down as they win in dominating fashion today, not giving up a 1st down on defense and winning it 26-0 over the Sherman Tide as the number 1 team in the C Division marches on to the semifinals. We're going to step aside for a break and be back for the A-team matchup between Chapmanville and Danville here in the next 15 minutes or so as you are watching Danville Hawk Youth Football action with us right here on Video Productions.